Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about the best way to construct your own spiritual training program. Number one, you need to define your goal. What is it that you want to achieve? Number two, you need to look at how much time you actually have or that you want to commit to training, and you want to make it realistic and sustainable. Number three, you then want to begin to practice. For example, if I want to develop my ability to hear in the spirit, I will select an exercise that helps me hear in the spirit, such as turning off the lights, going into an area that is quiet, sitting down, asking the divine a question and waiting for a response. I will give myself enough time to practice that, and I will make sure that that time is realistic. For example, if I work a full-time job and I come home and I have 4 or 5 hours before sleep, I think it's reasonable to put aside an hour or 2 or maybe 3, but we'll start with maybe 30 minutes a day if that's what you want to do that. And then you just start doing it every day. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. The main thing when it comes to regimes is you can always use what you already have to your advantage. For me, an advantage that I have is I'm really good at resting. Oftentimes when I sit and I am still and I shut my eyes for long enough, I'll begin to slip into experiences and realms anyway. So if that's my easiest way of entry, then I may prioritize developing that skill rather than a different one, just because of motivation purposes, or I may do that one primarily but also practice others. It's all about you building something that is catered to you. Having said that, I will be posting some exercises and spiritual regimes going forward, but I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know it really is simple. It's like school. At school, in fact, school is probably more tough because you were learning things you didn't actually care about. You went in every day at a set time. You did this for an hour, did that for an hour, had a break, did this for an hour, did that for an hour, had a break. Treat the regime the same way. Doesn't have to be fixed. You do different things each day sometimes. Today you might have a meeting that's 4 hours and tomorrow you might be out all day. But if you can still make sure you're putting in the same time and work, then do. Another key point is don't beat yourself up. People beat themselves up for missing days and think, oh my gosh, all my progress has been lost. This isn't religion, guys. This is spirituality. This is all about relationship. What's important is that you do show up, you do meet these people, you do encounter them, and that you do obey them. However, do not beat yourself up for missing a day or 2. There have been times where I've missed weeks. Go back and I'm still there because my consciousness is different. My consciousness is these spiritual things and beings. They're my family and they're always around me, regardless of whether or not I choose to interact with them or not. So what I would say is, once again, choose your goal, implement exercises that are around that goal, and then stick to it. Very simple. That is how you build a spiritual regime that works. Try not to make it complicated. Find the most simple techniques you can find and drill them again and again and again. That's what I did for a year. When I first started meditating, I didn't know about outer body, all these things. I would just sit down and try to connect my heart with the heart of the divines, following a guided meditation on YouTube, but I did it every day. And from that, all sorts started to happen. Now I do things a little bit differently. But the point was, I had a goal in mind, which is I just wanted to get to know Source better. I had a regime. I was full-time in school. So I said, okay, before school, I'll do an hour. All right. And I did that every day. And Bob was my uncle. You get me? Simple as that. And with that, guys, peace, love, and blessings.